do a little visualization exercise with all of us right now. We can just take some easy breaths in and breaths out, and we can just think that we have peace and justice in our hearts and in our minds. And we could just imagine that everyone in this world, in this country, also has that. And that even if they're unhappy with the systems in place, they understand that it's about a harm reduction situation. And then fighting for the things that they do care deeply about when a person gets in office who's not a literal, raving, lunatic, crazy person.
Oh my God.
I felt like you were going to appreciate this. This is the most New York I've ever been, I think, as a matter of fact.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. Just for a visual, Busy is sitting in her car. It's alternate side parking today?
So, no, but I went to get my car after I dropped the keys off at the apartment that I've now moved out of.
Yes.
And I went to get the car, but there's no parking. Well, there's very limited parking on my street until 6 p.m.
Okay.
But then you have to move it by 8 a.m. And I wanted to have my car tomorrow because it's the election.
Right.
And guys, I don't know why. I just was like, if I plan for worst case scenario, then, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a believer in not if you build it, they will come. More like if you build it, might work out.
Maybe
different.
They won't come if you don't want them to.
Not. Maybe they won't show up. I just wanted to be prepared. So anyway, I'm parked behind. There's people doing construction on my street. Not construction, but they're doing some renovation work.
Okay.
And so every day the contractor shows up and they have like a huge van and they take up a bunch of this parking spaces. So I'm like parked behind him, but you and I need to do this podcast. And so I was kind of like, well, maybe I just do the podcast whilst I wait for them to get, because it's late. It's 5:20 p.m. They're going to be going any moment, 5:36. I'm just doing it in the car until they move.
I mean, but I just do want to point
van.
out something to you. It's only 4:20.
It's 4:20. It's 4:20.
Because
I'm saying that's right. You're right. I don't understand why my car clock. Why do car clocks not change automatically? Like, guys, these cars.
They're not technologically advanced.
But it makes no sense. It's like these cars are all run by computers anyway, too. It's all, you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm like, your phone does it, your computer does it, your TV does it, but your car and your microwave are like, fuck you. You'll never know what time it is for weeks.
Right. No, my point is, you're right. My point is, these guys are going to be leaving at 5. There's no way they're working past 5. You know what I mean?
Of course not.
So,
especially not on election eve.
Election eve, guys. Here we are. We're here. We did it. We did it almost. It's almost done-ish.
And we're doing the podcast a little early.
Yes.
So that hopefully we can release it to you
tomorrow.
In time for like tomorrow.
So listen to
if you're waiting in line to vote, we'll keep you company.
It's a grand old flag. You're a high flying flag. And forever in peace may you wave. Guys, I want to do a little visualization exercise with all of us right now. We can just take some easy breaths in and breaths out. And we can just think that we have peace and justice in our hearts and in our minds. And we could just imagine that everyone in this world, in this country, also has that. And that even if they're unhappy with the systems in place, they understand that it's about a harm reduction situation and then fighting for the things that they do care deeply about when a person gets in office who's not a literal raving lunatic crazy person. Okay, that was great.
That was a good visualization.
That was great, guys.
I feel
I'm
very
proud of
calm.
us.
Much more calm than the way I have been soothing myself, which is by just housing cookies. Just eating so many cookies.
Today, Caissie was like, I ate so many ginger snaps this weekend. I was like, I went on a real tear Saturday night. Whoa. I'm with you.
Say what you ate.
Lots of leftover Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Half a bag of these chips that were delicious, a giant bag. Then Birdie and her friend got back from seeing Romeo and Juliet again. And they ordered Pinkberry, and boy, did I jump on that train. I was real excited because I loved Pinkberry back in the beginning of the Pinkberry.
Yeah, the Pinkberry craze.
I think there's I think I'm inhaling dust from my microphone because I too was having a little bit of work
that's your
done.
car microphone.
I was having some work done. I'm having some work done. And he was like stripping some paint off the windowsills. And my equipment was sort of sitting under it. I think I was just inhaling some paint. Yikes.
I hope you're okay.
Me too. But election eve, election day, people.
It's election day to you.
To you, it's election day. It's happening. And I think we've all been prepared for all of the possible eventualities, right? And I want to say that last week I was having a really difficult time, a really hard time. We didn't do a podcast last week, but that was coincidental because I'll explain. But last weekend after that MAGA insane rally, the Nazi rally.
Oh my God.
Which, does that feel like 17 weeks ago?
100%. I mean, I'd say it feels a month ago minimum.
That was last Sunday.
I can't even.
I don't understand time anymore. But anyway, after that rally thing that was happening, I just was in a bad place. I was in a bad place. I was really despondent. I was feeling very low. And last Monday night was the big ACLU Sing Out for Freedom thing where I received this incredible honor that was so beautiful. And I was really having a difficult time writing a speech. I had to give a speech. And over the weekend, I could not bring myself to do it. And I wrote something that was really dumb. And then Monday morning, I scrapped it and I couldn't stop crying. I was just so upset.
Aww.
I was so upset. And then I went to therapy. And my therapist is wonderful. You guys can't see this, but I keep checking my side mirrors because I'm afraid someone's going to come and try to swoop in and take my spot that I've been waiting for. I'm not even kidding. Caissie's like, what's going on? But I'm literally like,
no, I get it.
These guys are loading up this van and I am getting this spot. Oh, wait, was there another spot? Oh, my God.
You were so focused on.
Well, I can't see around the van. You know what I mean? So,
Sure.
If a car pulls out in front, I don't know. Anyway, the point being, there's a car behind me, and he's kind of sharking too. So I can I'm feeling stressed.
Yeah, you're feeling.
Anyway,
you have to get what you came for.
I'm going to get this spot. Anyway, the point being, the point is, I went to therapy last Monday, and my therapist was incredible, and she totally validated all of my feelings and was really like, this is an overwhelming time. And it feels overwhelming when you are faced and confronted with these demonstrations of hate and hate speech, sort of disguised as jokes, I guess, quote, jokes. Right. And it feels crazy making, and it feels crazy making that there are a lot of people who are cheering it on, you know?
Right.
And then she said, but I need to remind you that hope is not an emotion. Hope is a practice, like patience or like yoga or deep breathing. And actually, in order to practice hope, you have to have a realistic view of the situation that you're being presented with. It's part of it because you want to hope for something different and you want to work toward that thing that you hope for. And we're doing that. We have been doing that. All of us, you guys out there, in whatever ways you've been able to. And like, I had a moment today where I was like, fuck, I wish I would have been able to like be on the road more and gone to Pennsylvania and like gone back to North Carolina or gone to Arizona. I couldn't go to Arizona for the big weekend that I was supposed to go because my friend's wedding was that weekend. And then I remembered, like, you know what? But I showed up in all the ways that I could.
Yeah.
And for all the things that I was asked to do that I literally was able to do, I did.
Right.
And I feel good about it. Like, I do still wish that I could have been in multiple places at the same time. But that's not obviously realistic and not something I could have done. And I didn't want to miss my friend's wedding. That was very important to me.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, like, that's why we're doing all this. So
Correct.
That we can live our lives and see our friends celebrate their love and, you know, and so that everyone can continue to live their lives. And so it makes perfect sense to, you know, I think going to the wedding in its way was a part of everything that you're doing.
100%. And then the other part was that I had been asked to do something else, but it was like, you know, Birdie's first weekend back on her fall break. And I was just like, that's just not possible. I can't ditch the bee in apartment 23. Oh, I want to talk about James too, because I just saw his thing and I'm just like sending him so much love. In case you guys missed, James Vanderbeek posted on Instagram yesterday morning, this morning for us, that he has been dealing with cancer.
Ugh.
And I love him and his 6 children and his beautiful wife.
Yeah.
And their lovely life that they all have. And I haven't seen him in a really long time, but we are just sending him so much love and healing. And Katie and Michelle and I were texting today. And I just love, you know, we were all kids together and it's like really hard to be confronted with this stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I hope that he's able to make like a full recovery and that it's good. I don't have any other information than what he put out there. And I'm just sending him so much love.
Yeah. Oh,
it's so hard. But I'm hopeful for him.
Yeah.
See, hope, it's a practice.
Hope is a practice.
It's a practice. And anyway, my therapist saying that really like started to shift my perspective a little bit and think about the things that I really do hope for this country. And I am so hopeful that so many people, more people than they're counting on, are going to show up in a major way for Kamala, for candidates in their own states that can flip the Senate and flip the House, or, you know, even on a state level, because there are some state elections that are up for grabs too. Hold on, I have to check a parking spot. Hold on.
She's getting out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. She dropped her podcasting equipment. I see other cars, hopefully not stealing her parking spot. I see other cars going down the street. This has an element of danger to it. You're getting it? She's pulling into the spot, it looks like. It looks like she's getting the spot.
Guys,
and
we're fucking doing it. Also, I may or may not have slightly bumped a bus earlier.
You may or may not have slightly bumped a bus. Okay. I don't know if you can hear what she's saying because she's not really talking directly into the microphone. So she's saying she may or may not have slightly bumped a bus. It's New York. Buses get bumped, you know? It's not... It's an imperfect world. You know?
We're in.
She's still...
Got my parking spot. In case shit goes down, I can get out of here.
You did it? You did it?
Woo-hoo!
She did it, everyone.
But you know what? I'm going to just keep doing this in my car because it's kind of fun.
You know what? I'm thinking, finally, our comedians in cars getting coffee.
My God, Caissie, we've been waiting. God damn it.
It really is the best place to do any type of broadcast from, a car.
So, anyway, back to, we've got Hope.
Hope is a practice.
Hope is a practice.
We're voting for I'm
hopeful.
Not just for president, but for down ticket races.
And ballot initiatives. Listen, Arizona, Minnesota, Missouri. Fucking where else do you have your abortion on the ballot? Florida. So many things, so many places. And New York, Prop 1. Flip that ballot over and vote yes on Prop 1.
Okay.
Equal rights amendment that includes abortion into the state's constitution. The only way that abortion would be not able to be, taken away at the will of some wild extremist politician, out of touch politician in the future. Because it's wild. It's wild out there. Wild out there. We got to make sure that our rights are protected.
We really do. It's really important. And we also want to try to, if knockwood, Kamala Harris is elected, we want to give her a fighting chance at passing the things that she wants to pass, a fighting chance at leadership. We know that Joe Biden was hamstrung by the makeup of our government during his, he for what he had, I feel like he did a lot.
Are you kidding? I think we're going to I think it's going to be clear in the days and weeks and months and years to come.
Yeah.
Just how much Biden was able to accomplish in spite of not having control of this, Dems not having control of the Senate and the House.
Did you see that clip? Have you been watching that clip on a loop where he's talking about Republicans and these are people you just want to smack them in the ass? Did you see that?
I'm sorry, what? No.
You have to watch it. My family just keeps sending it to each other over and over, and I will never not watch it. His face when he says smack him in the ass is... It like the phrase "chef's kiss" was invented for that clip.
Wait, I'm literally obsessed. I love it.
I'm just glad he's feisty and fiery, like right through running through the tape, right through the finish line. He's become more Joe Biden than ever.
I mean, yes. Wait, so Florida, you're yes on Amendment 4.
Okay.
New York, yes on Prop 1. Arizona, yes on Prop 139. Colorado, yes on Amendment 79. Nevada, yes on Question 6. Nebraska, Yes on initiative 439. No on initiative 434. They're trying to make it difficult for you guys. Don't let them. Missouri.
It really is.
Missouri. My Missouri girlies. Missouri, yes on Amendment 3. Montana, yes on CI 128. Maryland, yes on Question 1. South Dakota, yes on Amendment G. There you go. There you go, guys.
There you go. And then now you have it. And if those aren't your states, but you have friends in those states, maybe you can just text them, hey, just don't forget yes or no on such and such a thing.
Totally. Exactly. That's right.
Just that one last push for anyone who's waiting in line today. It's been so inspiring to see the lines.
Ugh, I haven't seen any, but I believe you.
Oh my gosh. Like seeing the young people from historically Black colleges and universities doing Souls to the Polls with like people are marching with their bands. And then I've been spending way too much time on TikTok. I have to solve my TikTok problem, which is probably deleting TikTok is probably the solution. But I've been spending way too much time on TikTok and people just showing the lines when they're lining up to vote for early voting. The lines have been incredible in places where people are like, I swear to God, I've never waited more than 10 minutes in all my time living in this place. And today I waited for 2 hours. Today I was in line for 4 hours. Today I was in line for 6 hours. And people they understand the assignment. They're waiting in line. They're voting. They're making their voices heard. It's very inspiring.
It's very inspiring. Ugh. Oh my God. You know what? You know what I got to do?
What?
Jenny Kane, you stay on my mind. I love your cashmere shirts. Is that right? Is that good? I think about you all the time. Your cashmere is so soft. Jenny Kane, you stay on my mind. Your cashmere keeps me warm. If you don't know why we're obsessed with Jenny Kane, I mean, stick around. We'll tell you.
I love cashmere so much.
Oh, you do? Oh, interesting. You're the one.
I'm the one.
Yes. That's it. Oh, I see.
I just mean like if I can be wearing something cashmere, it gives me like the best sense of well-being. All is well with the world if I'm wearing cashmere, you know?
And here's what I'm going to say. About Jenny Kane. Her cashmere knits are so well made. I have had one of the Jenny Kane sweaters, fisherman sweaters, because actually our like guys, this is a deep dive. This is off script. But my nanny in Los Angeles, her daughter worked at Jenny Kane, like at the store. Because there's a store in Los Angeles. Jackie worked there. So like she had given me a sweater years ago for Christmas. And let me tell you, as I'm going through my closet, which guys, if you haven't heard about my closet journey yet, you'll hear about it later in the show. And a lot of my sweaters haven't held up, is what I'm going to say.
Right.
Haven't stood the test of time. There's pills. They're pilling. They don't look cute. And these are not cheap sweaters that I'm talking about.
Right.
These are sweaters that were like, should be lasting. But my Jenny Kane cashmere, my God, it's as soft and gorgeous as the day it was gifted to me.
Well, I love hearing that because that is the problem. There's a lot of cashmere that isn't super high quality cashmere. And so while it feels amazing on the first day, sometimes the second wearing, it already looks like it's been through it, you know?
Yeah.
But if you invest in like a really high quality cashmere sweater, like a Jenny Kane sweater, it's going to last you for years. What year did you think you got that sweater?
2018.
Amazing.
It's been years. And I've worn it a lot because it's
a lot.
Really soft and beautiful. And that's what Jenny Kane is like known for. I mean, they're known for their sweaters, but also the candles, throws, great gifts. I would say Jenny Kane makes amazing gifts. I just feel like it's real luxury. And also, if you're in the market for a new coat, might I suggest heading on over and checking out Jenny Kane. Also, maybe it's a good thing to send maybe a loved one to point them in that direction for yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People want hints.
Jenny
the husbands,
Kane is
the
like,
boyfriends want hints.
it's the brand that represents like who I want to be as a person. I want to look that polished and that put together. And sometimes that's not the easiest, but Jenny Kane has made it so easy. And then it's so comfortable.
Did you get the cashmere cocoon?
Yes.
And it's a real cocoon.
It's a real cocoon. And then I'm like a butterfly. I'm the butterfly that I want to be.
You are.
Emerging from that cocoon.
I know. Like, to me, in my head, like the Jenny Kane woman is like you're just like effortless and you're just like wearing cashmere effortlessly. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But when you actually get it and you put it on, it actually does do that to you.
Yeah. I don't know if I feel like Diane Keaton probably has some Jenny Kane.
Does she ever? And the throws and the candles, the whole house smells delicious. That is the thing about like fancy people that I've noticed over the years. Like you walk into their home and you're like, what is that? And it's just like, they just have like beautiful candles everywhere burning brightly.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But here's the good news, guys. You get a little discount for us.
We've got a discount for you.
We really do. A limited time, our listeners are going to get 15% off their first order. You go to jennykane.com, use the code BUSY15 to get 15% off. Again, pick out what you want, forward it to your hubs, your boyfriend, your partner, your girlfriend, your wife,
kid,
your adult child.
But how nice would it be to get something that you really, really would love and treasure, or to give something that you would really, really love and treasure?
It's a great best friend gift. I'm not going to lie. It's a great... I was literally just looking on the website 2 days ago for Michelle because I was like, she needs one of these. She needs like... Because after I got my newest one and I was like going through my sweaters and I'm like, oh my God, my Jenny Kane is still beautiful and I love it. And then I just got a new one. I also got the cashmere cocoon, guys. And Caissie and I got matching sweaters because we're weird like that. Or maybe you get best friends matching sweaters with your best friend.
That's so cute.
It's so cute. Anyway, and I was just like, I really do think it's such a wonderful gift. It's such a nice gift to give or to receive. So gift yourself and your loved ones the best gift of all, Jenny Kane. Our listeners, you're going to get 15% off your first order when you use code BUSY15 at checkout. That's 15% off your first order at JENNIKAYNE.com. Promo code BUSY15. Let getting dressed be one less thing to worry about. Ooh, cornbread hemp. Have you tried the cornbread THC gummies yet?
Yes.
It's kind of delightful.
You know, I've had trouble in the past with like experimenting with some non-gummy drops or whatever. And so I'm so grateful to Cornbread Hemp for their THC gummies because it all went great.
Listen, no synthetic ingredients and no harsh solvents like petrochemicals or industrial acids, which a lot of hemp THC products have. Gummies are kind of incredible for me to like chill out, for me to like make sure I'm able to go to sleep,
right?
You know, for me to just like take the edge off without making me feel anxious or paranoid or whatever, because they do a 1-to-1 THC to CBD ratio, and they are America's first USDA organic THC edible. You know we love organic.
You get just the right dose.
Well, you know it's 10 milligrams.
Yeah.
10 milligrams might be a lot for some people.
Right. So you
can cut it in half.
Cut it in half or cut it in whatever increments you'd like. But it's really like, it's like kind of a healthy happy hour because, you know, I just don't really drink too much.
Well, if you're looking for a healthier way to enjoy a carefree moment, might make you a little giggly, you got to give cornbread hemp a try. They've created the first ever USDA organic THC gummy that's 100% legal. As a special offer for Busy Phillips is Doing Her Best listeners, you can get 30% off your first order, guys. Just visit cornbreadhemp.com/best and use promo code BEST at the checkout. Again, that's cornbreadhemp.com/best and use code BEST for 30% off your first order. Cheers to a healthier happy hour.
And you have to be 21 years old to purchase.
Obviously.
Did you watch Kamala on Saturday Night Live Saturday night?
Obviously. Well, I was eating the pinkberry. I was binge eating I was just having a moment. But I did, and I loved it so much.
I was so happy that she did it. I wasn't going to watch it because I was like nervous. I just was nervous.
Yeah. I get that.
Then I watched it. Like, I can handle doing things that I'm nervous about when I'm by myself. And I was by myself in my microscopic hotel room. And I finally figured out how to watch NBC just in time to see it. And it was so great. I was so glad I watched it. And then
it was so good.
Promptly crashed out and fell asleep hard.
But then the girls and I watched the entire episode of SNL and I was like, what is happening? And
I heard it was like a fever dream.
Wait, that's literally what we were saying. That is so weird. Is that what people are saying?
Yes, people were like,
while we
Kamala,
were watching
adorable.
it, I was like, what
everything else fever
is
dream.
This? And I'm like, I know I had gotten a little high while Birdie and her friend were out watching the show, but I was like, I'm not this high. Like, this is wild.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know because I was having literal dreams at that point. I can't stay awake for Saturday Night Live, years old. But I guess I will have to go back and watch the clips. I feel like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know to whom or to what people are referring when they say it was a fever dream, but that was the overall impression that I got.
It was a fever dream. Wait, where's Kamala? Where was Kamala's last rally? Where is it happening?
It's in Philly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, because I think Julia Louis-Dreyfus was going to Philly today.
Yeah.
Because Matthew and Gita do her as well as me.
Matthew and Gita are Busy's hair and makeup artists on the QVC show. We love them so much.
And also just for other stuff too. They do my hair and makeup all the time.
Yeah. But that's how I know them for the QVC show. Because, that's my frame of reference. And that's how I've gotten to know them. But they do all the bit. You need to follow them on Instagram because they do everyone. They
really do. They really do.
So they left our show today to go to Philly.
Mm-hmm. No, they started with her in the morning early.
Oh my gosh. They must have been exhausted when I saw them here.
Yeah. No, they did her super, super early. And then
Wow.
Wild. Everybody's out there doing the most.
Everybody's out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's again in your dressing room, and it's very in case you don't know, in case you've never been to Busy this week, like we're in a kind of a big space that's almost like a lofty space.
Mm-hmm.
And it has very squeaky floors. So even when we're taping, because it's not like a traditional studio, anyone who's walking around in the back of the space, it makes very squeaky floor noises. And then there's like acting classes upstairs where they do like some type of very stompy movement exercises.
Running. Yeah, they're like just running nonstop sometimes while we're filming. And it's a journey. It's a journey.
Well, you'll see. Like, it's possible we'll reference it on one of the Busy This Week episodes. But I'm in your dressing room because that's the most advantageous place to plug in all the equipment for the podcast on your cookie table. where you had, that's where you had.
Did you
the
finish
cookie.
that cookie?
I gave the rest to Matthew because I have had too many cookies. I ate so many
Obviously.
ginger cookies. I wanted to have it, but then Matthew was like, I'll have it. Matthew, the wardrobe stylist.
I understand.
Yeah. So he took the rest of your cookie. So it didn't go to waste.
Good. I'm glad because I had left it in the hopes that you would eat it. Just so you know.
Oh my God. I really wanted it, but then I was like, I just can't. Like, that's one thing good about me, I feel like, as an adult, because I certainly did not have this as a younger person, but like, I ate enough cookies, an alarming amount of cookies, that I'm like off cookies for a little while, like I just couldn't.
That happened to me once with the cinnamon gummy bears.
Really? And you just were like, never again.
Yeah, during the pandemic, I ate that 5-pound bag.
Yeah.
And then that was too much. That was too many cinnamon gummy bears, turns out.
Yeah, that's a lot. I had a colleague once that like ate so much ham one time, which I thought was like such a weird thing to eat, like too much ham, and she made herself sick from ham. And then she like told me about it after. She was just saying like it was just like the best ham, which again, like I never have been
I don't know
so
what that
compelled.
Means. That's not a thing.
To just keep eating like even the most delicious ham I've ever had. But then that's all I ever thought of when I looked at her is like, remember that time she ate so much ham, she couldn't stop eating ham. But I get it. I mean, listen, I get it. We've all had those moments where we're like, I just can't stop eating this thing. But a ham is also, it's sizable.
Yeah, but I don't even understand. Was it like slices? Like what are we talking about? I think
it was like a spiral sliced like ham with like glaze or something that she got for herself for like a holiday. But it was by herself. And then she was like, I could not stop eating that ham. And then,
listen,
ham, cookies. But you know what? They're all festive foods. I will say that.
Yeah, that's true.
Cinnamon gummy bears. Like nobody's ever like eating too many broccolis, Maybe they are. I don't know.
It would really hurt your stomach.
It would. Oh my God.
Really hurt.
That's like the story in my family is that like one time we went to like tuck Eli in. He had like put himself to bed, but we went to like tuck him in, and he quickly hid something under his pillow, and he was like clearly eating something, and we were like, dude, what did you just hide under your pillow? And he was like, nothing. And we were just like, what is it? And then he was like, oh, okay. And then he showed us, and it was like a Costco sized bag of broccoli.
Wait, that's insane.
And we had to be like, first of all, you don't have to sneak broccoli. Secondly, how much of that broccoli have you eaten? Because you are going to have a real tummy ache. And he's just a healthy eater like that.
I mean, look, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Maybe it's broccoli.
When you're nervous about an election and you just can't stop eating broccoli.
Might be broccoli.
Could be him. He could be having broccoli right now in Los Angeles. I don't know.
We don't know. We can't know these things. Well, anyway, it felt like this week has felt like 4 years, I think.
Yes.
It's been a lot has gone on for everyone. A lot has happened.
I mean,
it was hot in New York. And then it got
hot
cold.
And like there was like unrest at the Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest.
That was wild.
And not involved. But Timothy Chalamet showed up to his own like lookalike contest because like when you're in New York, people are always putting up little flyers. And so like the last time I was here doing the QVC show, I texted Busy because there was like a man who had put up flyers saying that he was looking for the perfect woman, and it had his photo and his phone number. So I sent it to Busy. But this time the flyers were for a Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest, which Timothy Chalamet then showed up to.
But then there was also some sort of altercation with police, and one of the Timothys was arrested.
One of the Timothys was arrested.
It didn't seem like he needed to be arrested, but I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know, but it delighted me. I was bummed because I walked right by the lookalike contest and I didn't even realize it, so I missed it. I would have 100% watched that all go down, but I was on my way to get pizza, so I was on a mission.
A pizza mission.
A pizza mission, yeah. And now it's very dark where you are in your car outside.
I know, and it's like 4:45.
Because of daylight savings, which we also lived through this weekend.
I didn't even remember that it was at all. Like yesterday, I did speak at this like rally thing for Prop 1 that the governor was at, and Senator Gillibrand and Alexis Johnson, my friend who's the president of Planned Parenthood. And she said something about daylight savings. And I was like, wait, when? When is that? And she's like, busy, it was last night. And I was like, oh, it was? Oh, okay.
You didn't even enjoy your extra hour.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Did you
I
wake
knew.
up at a weird time? Did you wake up
no, I don't remember. But I'm from Arizona where we didn't have daylight savings. So I never think about it.
Can I tell you, your sister never knows what time it is in other states because of it being from Arizona.
Yeah, it's impossible. I'm with her.
Yeah.
I'm constantly like, what the fuck? I have no idea.
That is one of my favorite things about your sister is that she'll always be like, what time could it possibly be in New York right now? Because I'm from Arizona.
Knows. She never fucking knows. And I love it for her.
It's
and
messed
I used
up.
to be like that too.
But
Arizona's it's the one thing that Arizona has always been right about.
Yeah.
We don't need it. We're not tending to the farm anymore.
Right.
I don't need the daylight in the morning. I need it right now. At 4:51 p.m.
I feel like emotionally, we could be like, okay, right now, this time of year, we have dinner at 6:00 instead of 7:00. Like, I feel like we'd be okay with that. It'd be a lot less confusing. And our car clocks would be right all the time.
It's 5:51. I don't know what to tell you. It is not 4:51. It's so stupid. But I am a little bit like Cricket. I'm sort of just like whatever time the clock tells me it is, that's the time I'm on.
Sure.
I'm not one of those people, you know what I mean? Like jet lag is a little bit like, meh.
Yeah.
I think it's a state of mind. I think you just you look at the clock, you're like, this is what time it is.
I think so. One time I came home from school and I always took a nap after school.
I'm not a napper, so,
I know. I always was a napper. And subsequently, I think it has to do with Ehlers-Danlos. I think that's an attribute is needing to take a nap after you've tried to keep your balance all day. Anywho, I came home from school on a Thursday. I took a nap after school and then I just slept so hard. And then I woke up and I was thought it was 9 a.m. on Friday morning. I just saw that it was 9:00. And so I was like, oh shit, I'm late for school. And I started running around to get ready. And then my grandmother was like, it's Saturday. You just slept from Thursday to Saturday, because I clearly was ill with something. I think I was starting mono or something. And she was like, you've been asleep. And that was that was so scary to have lost time in that way.
That's really weird.
It was so weird. And I was like, did I get up and go to the bathroom?
Of course you did. But I don't remember. I don't know if I've ever done that.
Oh my God. It was terrifying. But yeah, I guess I was
definitely
just
been in a bed for an entire day, when I've been sick.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever woken up and literally not known that an entire day had passed.
Oh my God.
That seems wild.
I must have been messed up. I was messed up. I was sick for a good long time. Mono. Yeah. It's still out there.
Mono. There's a whole thing about mono.
What about it?
That mono is the root cause of all autoimmune diseases.
Oh, well.
And that we all have mono, right? 99% of people carry it. But that if it's activated in you, like it was for you and me, that is an indicator that you will have, or it causes, they now believe it causes autoimmune diseases later in life. If the mono is activate, okay, because everybody's most people are carriers for mono. Right. And if it gets activated in you and you're sick with mono as a teenager or a kid, that your chances of having autoimmune diseases later in life are like huge.
This all makes sense. I mean, I think
it totally
there are similar thoughts about strep throat, that like repeated strep infections can also mess you up. And,
Dude,
and
that's
me.
kind of
I'm
like
what we're learning about
baby.
COVID now too.
I'm like never not having strep throat.
Oh, I got it like every holiday, I feel like. And my older son got it every Mother's Day because I remember we would always have to like beg his pediatrician to like meet us in the office to give him antibiotics. And you always know it's strep and you have to go through the whole theater of getting diagnosed.
It's so true. It's so
I
lame.
hate when you know that you have, if you're a strep throat person, you know immediately when you have strep throat. And then sometimes they'll do the swab in your throat, which is like traumatic. And then it'll come back like barely positive. And then whatever doctor is like, it's barely positive. I want to see if it develops into strep throat. And you're like, I'm telling you, it feels like I'm swallowing broken glass. And then you have to wait and like go back for another test. And I get it because they want to be judicious with prescribing antibiotics. But you know, if you're a strep kid, you know.
If you're a strep adult, which I am.
Yeah.
100% a strep adult.
Ugh.
It's so lame.
Do you have your tonsils still?
Yes, I should have. I should not.
I've only gotten strep one time since my tonsils have been out.
Yeah.
Wait, have I ever told the story of getting my tonsils out and how I thought I was going to take a taxi cab home?
Yeah, but I feel like that's like literally you. I feel like that's the story always, where you're just like, it's so clear, like now because TikTok, I know all of these things where you're just like, oh, that's your childhood trauma, like just manifesting itself as an adult. Where you're just like, no, I can just take a taxi home from, don't worry about me. I can handle it myself. No one's got to help me out or take care of me. I'm good. And they're like, no, ma'am, you're under, like, it was like when I was getting a colonoscopy and like they give you propofol, like the stuff that like killed Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? But like they're putting you under with propofol. And I was like, I can just take it. I can just take an Uber home. They're like,
I'll just get the bus.
Cannot, ma'am. No. Nuh-uh.
Oh my God.
Someone's got to be there to sign. We will not let you go. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll figure it out. Whatever. It is wild. Well, I'm so grateful that my Hayas just showed up. My refill. Good. The refills of Hayas.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going on now a while that people in my family have been eating these Haya chewable vitamins.
Yeah.
Because you guys know the story, but as a mom, I was burned real bad by gummy vitamins and the cavities that they gave to my oldest child.
That's rough.
One, Miss Birdie Lee Silverstein. Gummy vitamins for kids are basically it's just Halloween every morning that you give your child. I'm just telling you, you may as well there's no point. Like just give them a gummy bear because most children's vitamins have at least 5 grams of sugar and get stuck in their teeth and are like basically any good that they're doing, they're immediately canceling out because you're going to spend a lot of time at the dentist. Let me tell you from personal experience. But not Haya. It's why Haya was created. It's a pediatrician-approved superpower chewable vitamin made with 0 sugar, 0 gummy junk, but it tastes really good. It's perfect for picky eaters, and it fills in the most common gaps in modern children's diets to provide the full body nourishment that our kids need with a very yummy taste that they love. Because Haya is formulated with the help of nutritional experts and pressed with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies. And then it's supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamins D, B12, C, zinc, folate, and many others to help support immunity, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, teeth, bones, and more. It's non-GMO, it's vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, nut-free, and free of everything else you can imagine. And Haya is designed for kids of all ages. I take it. I do. I love them. And then it's sent straight to your door. So you don't have to worry about picking them up, which is, my favorite thing.
One of the best
It
parts.
is. Yeah. It is. Anyway, guys, get into the Haya. We've worked out a special deal with Haya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim the deal, you got to go to hayahealth.com/busy. This deal, not available on their regular website. Go to hayahealth.com/busy and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults. That's a sound.
Yes.
Of us selling stuff. Selling our merch. Selling our merch, which we do. And we use Shopify to sell it. Which, by the way, I just feel like everybody uses Shopify. It's the number one checkout on the planet. And it's the not so secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned, way more sales going ka-ching. So maybe you're a person that's like, hey, I'd like to grow my business. Why wouldn't you want to grow your business?
Or maybe you're thinking about starting a business that you're starting from zero.
Why wouldn't you want your commerce platform to be able to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, everywhere in between? Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. It is no secret that businesses that want to grow with Shopify. You can upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use for our podcast merch, our merch. We use Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/herbest, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/herbest to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/herbest. Okay, let's talk about some non-election items in our lives.
Yeah. Hopefully, if you're in line to vote, you've moved up a little bit since we started.
Is there anything that's happening in your life that's non-election related / non-election anxiety related?
I mean, okay, so I was staying at this very nice long-term kind of corporate housing place in the city because you were last time I was so lucky that you let me stay in Casa Kismet, and this time you were like, I'm moving out of Casa Kismet, but you probably could still stay there. And I was like, you're so nice, but that's too much. And if you need to pack up a place, I didn't want you packing up around me and worrying that, whatever. So I was like, I just got this place.
I appreciate that. Yes.
That was it was very nice, and it was very far downtown, but the commute wasn't bad coming to the office. But I got it for a certain length of time because when we start doing this, we don't really know how long it's going to take to do everything. So I just took a stab at guessing how long it was going to take. But then we still have a couple things that we need to finish. And so my time at that place ended the amount of time that I had rented it for. And I tried to extend it and like they just didn't respond at all. So I'm guessing that they already had someone else moving in. And so they just felt like, well, she'll figure it out. She'll take a taxi cab home. You know, she'll take if she can figure out how to get home from a tonsillectomy, she can surely figure out somewhere to stay. So anyway, I moved to this hotel that's near our studio. And it's very nice and it's very clean and it's kind of hip because like I think the theme of the hotel is basically like art and graffiti. But the gag is it is the most microscopic hotel room I've ever stayed in. And there's literally nowhere to put my one pair of shoes. Like wherever I put my shoes, it obstructs the door or it obstructs something from happening. Like,
oh my God, Caissie.
So I'm just like I've just spent so many of the past 4 days just putting my shoes down in new places. And it's makes me laugh every time because I'm like, where can I put these shoes? I'm going to have to like wear my shoes to bed or just keep moving them. Like I have to move the shoes so that I can go in the bathroom, move the shoes so that I can open my door, move the shoes so that I can open a drawer. It's insane. It doesn't have a closet.
Oh my God.
Here's what I'll say. If you were going to New York for one weekend, I would 100% recommend going to this hotel because it is kind of cool. You see all these like young people are like taking Instagram pictures because you have to walk down this like very graffiti filled like alleyway. It's very cool. There's also like a lunch counter in the lower floor where there are baristas in the morning to make you any coffee drink that you want and you get a free fancy pastry. So I'm having croissants like every morning.
You love a croissant?
I love a croissant so much, but it is not the place to move to when you have 1 month's worth of stuff on your person and you need it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'm making myself laugh so hard. And it's also like the shower. Okay. I want to tell you something about the shower is maybe like 3 by 3, which is like, that's not the smallest shower I've ever seen in my life. I've seen smaller.
Why don't you just talk to them and just be like, hey, bigger rooms avail.
No, I don't mind it. I really don't. And that's like plenty of room for a shower. But it is one of those things where because like it's a very stylish place, they put like a waterfall rain
yeah, sure.
shower.
Great.
So like the shower head basically takes up the entire ceiling of the shower stall, and there's nowhere to go to get away from the water. It's just like you need to be able to step out of the water to do like your showery things, to like lather things up, to breathe. And so it's just like,
it's not meant to breathe. To breathe is too much.
Water.
I can't.
There's nowhere to go. And I suppose I could like step out of the shower, but then I'll get like everything all. It's a lot. The shower is like, it's like being in the most torrential downpour. And it is like, it gives me a little bit of anxiety because I'm like, I need 1 inch to step out of the water stream. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like this as well?
Yes. Nobody.
Okay.
It's oppressive. I mean, literally, there's a torture called waterboarding. It is like oppressive when there's just nonstop water on you. You can't. You have to be able to step out.
It's too much.
It's too much water.
I need the shower head to be like 1 inch smaller all around so that I can step out of the water to just do my business and to breathe. But
just
anyway.
FYI, I think that people walking by me think I'm absolutely unhinged right now. But you know
They're
what?
like, oh my God, look, it's Jerry
But you know
Seinfeld.
what? I got the fucking parking spot, okay? So sorry, neighbors, but I don't have to move my car at 8 a.m., okay?
They probably think you're on a stakeout.
Sometimes I see people on their computer in their cars, and I'm like, they're like stealing internet, or they're trying to hack into somebody's house or something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God. Yeah, probably.
But honestly, this is like kind of a nice sound booth. It's not like a bad place to do a podcast, a car.
No, I love it. And by the way, like I'm not hearing any sirens or anything.
No,
your car must be.
My car is silent. This VW, she is look, there's an old water bottle here, so I got a drink.
Well, there you go. There's probably some French fries under the seat. if you get hungry.
I mean, 100% there's some random candy or like Nutella breadsticks that probably a garage mouse has taken a nibble or two of. I'm just gonna assume that some garage mice have been in my car at some point.
Sure.
I don't know.
We were just talking about, I was saying that we were talking about cars in the office in the Busy this week at the TV show. And I was saying that we bought a minivan when we had children and we lived in Brooklyn. Well, we had Eli. But we didn't want to park it on the street because it was brand new and we had spent all kinds of money on it. And so we then got a spot in like a local parking garage. And then I went to go get the minivan one time and I was like, to Matt, I was like, not to be that girl, but I think the guys that work in the garage have been like watching videos like on the DVD player because it had like garagey handprints like all over the DVD player. And so then we had to just,
my goodness.
We had to just let them know that it was okay if they watched DVDs, but they had to wipe off their handprints. I don't know.
My hotspot.
Your hotspot.
My hotspot went out, but it came back.
Oh my gosh.
It came back. I'm so sorry.
I was just saying that I hope they were just watching our kids like Scooby-Doo DVDs and not bringing their own DVDs from home. But either way, we just were like, it's okay if you want to watch a DVD in our car. You just have to wipe your handprints off the DVD player.
I mean, yeah.
Because that must be a
reasonable.
fucking boring job.
No shit. I
to work
even
in
imagine.
A garage.
Or kind of fun.
But I feel like if you're working at night, you're probably the only person there and it's probably lonely and boring. And I would probably get in someone's car and watch Scooby-Doo as well.
I would sit in all the nice cars. Come on. Sounds great.
What's going on with you? Do you have anything that's non-election, non-anxiety related?
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, yeah, it's all election. No, but it's not. Wait. So, okay. So the house that I'm living in, since Mark's totally moved out of, it's a 4-bedroom house because when we were doing the nesting, the way that it worked is that we each had our own space that was like our dedicated own space and then whatever. So I was like, after he moved out, it's been like over a month now. I've been trying to figure out like, how am I going to live here? And I had Jen and Marie, her wife Marie, have been using this woman, this like contractor designer lady, to help them with some stuff, like to build like a storage, whatever. They're doing some stuff at their place.
Yeah.
And they like love her. And I was like, maybe I'll have her come over because I really do need like a front hall closet in this place. Like there are shoes it's like just like it drives me insane.
Yeah.
And I need like a better coat closet, right? And that was always sort of like on the list, but I didn't know how to do it. But then I was like, but maybe also I'll just like get her, see if she has any ideas for what I should be doing with this space.
Yeah.
And I've sort of like never loved the bedroom that I have. Like I just have never loved it. And so then we were walking around and she was like, wait a minute, why don't you move your bedroom here? Which is like where Mark's bedroom was.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, that's what I should do. And then I was like, oh my God. And you know what I can do? I can turn that entire fucking room into my closet.
Yes.
Now, guys, listen to me. There's a lot going on in the world. We are who we are. In case you didn't fucking know, I have clothes dating back to, clothes that I have personally owned since, I don't know, maybe the year my boyfriend was born. I'm not even kidding. Because I
believe you.
I have those shorts from 8th grade from the Gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I may have shorts that are older than my boyfriend.
They're very old shorts, for sure.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Right, because what year was I in 8th grade? Can we do the math?
I mean,
how old are you in 8th grade?
13, 14?
No. My shorts are not
13.
older than him.
Okay.
No.
12,
No.
maybe.
No
you
way.
might be 12 in 8th grade.
No, because Cricket's 11 and she's in 6th, 7th, 8th, and she's young.
Yeah.
So no, guys, definitely, I do not have any clothes that are older than my boyfriend. Or that I've owned as long.
You're 13,
he's been
14 in
alive.
8th grade. It just went backwards from graduation.
Right, exactly. That's right. 13. I was 13 in 8th grade.
Yeah.
That's right. Anyway, those Gap shorts, I think, are the things that I've that have been my personal belonging the longest.
Yeah.
But I obviously have a ton of vintage clothing. Obviously, I have a ton of vintage clothing. I collect. I love clothes. I have my mom's dresses. I have my mom's wedding dress.
Ugh, amazing.
Anyway, and in Los Angeles, a place that has infinite space, I had turned a spare bedroom into a giant closet. And it was amazing. And I had all my clothes there. And then still I did have some clothes in an auxiliary closet all the way upstairs that were my vintage clothes. Anyway, the point being, I have a lot of fucking clothes, you guys.
Yeah.
And the New York living has been tricky because I'm I never know where anything is. I don't know what whatever.
Right.
So I found this, but anyone who's had a closet built knows that it's so crazy expensive. Also, if I'm going to sell this house someday or move out of the house or whatever, I don't know what the future is going to bring. I'm not going to build out a whole closet.
Right.
Because that's just expensive and too much.
Right.
But so I found these things online. It's and Christine was oh yeah, I just did that, but I went to Home Depot. And it's so smart. It's just pipes, basically, with phalanges. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That attach to the wall and the floor.
Not phalanges, flanges.
What are phalanges?
I think those are fingers.
Flanges.
I think that's your bones, right?
I have no fucking idea. I don't know. We literally on the show today, we talked about how sometimes I add extra syllables to words that don't need them. That's busy this week, guys. Flanges. Yeah, flanges. Not phalange. I don't think phalanges is a word.
I think it's a type of bone. And I think it starts with PH.
Oh my God, you're right. You're so smart. It is the bones and the fingers and the toes. You could be a doctor. Flanges. Anyway, there are flanges and it's it's just pipes kind of. I got the brass option.
Nice.
A little bit fancier. But I threw them up and now I have this whole closet room. It's amazing.
Amazing.
The bedroom is so cozy and I love it and gets really good light and everything is, I know. But here's the deal. Because of all the things, work, election, Birdie being home, etc., I haven't really had a chance yet to organize this new closet room.
Sure.
Nor have I had a chance to unpack the few boxes that came from the apartment that go to the closet.
Yeah.
So it's a fucking mess. It's an actual mess. And it's kind of upsetting, but I've been working on it when I can and trying to be chill about it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely got a ways to go and I'm going to figure it out. And then the other thing that was a bummer was that my favorite desk that I have had, it was one of the first nice things I ever bought for myself, my desk. It's an antique desk. I love it. It did not fit, literally could not fit up the stairs.
Oh, no.
I know. Well, it fit up the stairs into the front, into the house.
Yeah.
But it couldn't go up the stairs to I was going to put it to put that desk in the closet room and make it like that's where I would do my
like a
work
vanity.
too.
Yeah.
Kind of like, and make it a vanity. Yes. It just too big. It could not fit. It was like ridiculous. And they couldn't get it up the stairs. So now I don't know what's going to happen with that desk, but I'm sad about it. But she just doesn't live here. She just isn't. She's too big. She's too big boned.
Yeah.
She doesn't go here. And she just doesn't belong. New York is too small for her. She's a bigger girl. She needs to like fly free. I don't know. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the desk. But I was sad about it. So I also need a desk or something to go up there in the closet room.
Yeah.
It's all happening though. I don't have a ton of time to devote to this shit right now. So I'm like, it just has to be when I have the time to do it.
What happened to the desk from Kismet?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, that is the one?
That's my desk. Yeah.
Aw, sad.
No, she's my favorite desk in the world. But also Mark was thinking that maybe he could take the desk in his place. It might fit. And he could probably use it. So he could take it for a while and then keep it somewhere.
Yeah.
But I love
doesn't
my
help
desk. I mean, not exactly, but it's fine. I'll find something. I'll find something smaller.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a lot of initiatives on the ballot right now that have to do with women's reproductive health care, obviously. And, one thing that Caissie and I have felt so strongly about since we started working together is demystifying the idea of even having a period, talking about it, making sure that girls in our lives, women in our lives feel comfortable talking about it. I was just talking to a friend of mine who has endometriosis. Yeah. And she was saying that the journey that it took for her to even get that diagnosis was so long.
Yes.
Years and years and years and years and years and years and years of her life because no one had talked about it. She didn't even know what it was. And so many doctors missed it because it's just the thing, we suffer in silence. We tend to.
I know so many women who have been told by their doctor, like, it's not possible that you could have endometriosis in the way that you're talking about.
And then turns out.
And
then turns out.
Including myself.
Yeah. I mean, listen. We as women, we are tasked with this thing, right? Where we got to be the ones. We got to destigmatize it. We got to talk about it. Even if we're uncomfortable a little bit in the beginning, guess what? You get real comfortable real fast once you start doing it, boy.
Yeah, because we know our own bodies and we know what we're experiencing regardless of how poorly studied and poorly understood it is by someone who's not living inside our body.
I mean, I frequently check in with my kids and I'm like, how are your periods? How is it feeling? Does it feel okay? Does it hurt a lot? Does it hurt a little? Has it changed? Does it feel normal? How is the blood? Like literally those conversations. And people, you might think that's weird, but let me tell you something. I want my kids to be able to like pay attention, keep track of it, and be able to have words for what's happening with their bodies because a lot of us did not have that luxury growing up. And we did not hear stories of other people's experiences and what their periods are. And this is why we love Joni and why we've loved partnering with them because not only do they have clean and sustainable period care products, which is so important because it's things that are literally inside your vagina and next to your labia, and they're clean and green solutions for your period needs. But also, Joni's goal is to embolden people who menstruate. So much so that they're coming out with this book that's just talking all about period stories because we all have them. We need to talk about them with our friends. We need to talk about them with our families. We need to talk about them with our partners. And the book on periods is a thing that Joni is creating because they want to create the first anthology featuring real period stories, including your first period, period sex, period health, endometriosis, perimenopause, and beyond. Whatever you got, bring it to them. Because they believe, like Caissie and I do, that we can see our stories in print, we can learn from one another, we can normalize the conversation about menstrual health in unconventional places, maybe even like hotel lobbies or a clothing store or a photo shoot or bookstores or more. We don't
all
know.
the many places that people who have periods have their periods and just keep going.
I remember a girl that I knew who like got her period sitting on a rock. Like, you know, I'm from Arizona. Let's be real.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, you might be like sitting on a rock. There's lots of rocks in Arizona, guys. And she was like sitting talking to a boy that she liked. And she was like, oh my God. She was like, I can't get up because of a rock. She's sitting on a rock and the blood was like pooling in the rock. I mean, hilarious.
Oh God.
I mean, at a certain point, she just had to like be like, let's go over here. And just like ran away. Anyway,
we've
guys,
all been there. We all can identify.
Totally. Wasn't great. Anyway, guys, they're not writing like a period 101 book. They're making like a beautiful design forward, architecturally inspired book about our real life stories and experiences, featuring exciting images and stories from artists we know and love, like Rupi Kaur, the poet. Amazing. Listen, Joni wants to showcase as many stories as possible in their book on periods, and that means maybe yours? Head on over to joniperiodbook.com and submit your period story. In addition to helping create the first ever anthology of real and diverse period stories, everyone who submits a story is going to be entered to win a year's supply of Joni period care products valued at $300. Whether it's a very sweet story about a dad supporting his daughter while she navigates her first time in the period care aisle, or a cringe-inducing first period story, or a time you felt anxiety or shame because of your period, Joni wants to hear from you. Submissions are open now, so make sure you add your voice to Joni's book on periods at joniperiodbook.com. Oh, my kitties get so sad when Birdie leaves. It just makes me so sad because I'm sad and then they're sad and then everybody's sad. And you know what makes them happy though?
What?
When I go feed them dinner.
Yeah.
Then they're like, Birdie who?
I'm the
What?
same. I'm the same.
I don't know. I don't remember. Just give me that Smalls. Give me that Smalls. They're so cute. Gildo is being so cute in his old age. They're getting up there.
Right.
They're like 7, 8. They're 8.
Yeah.
But they're still living their best lives. And with Smalls, I know that they're going to keep living those best lives. I mean, these guys, they're like, we get the best food known to man and known to cat. Known to cat and man. Gildo and Rosie. Well, in case you can't tell. Smalls.
Well, you know why I love Smalls? Because this holiday season, they're donating millions of dollars of cat food to the Humane Society.
Oh, I love that.
Kitties deserve Christmas and Hanukkah presents too.
They really do. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients that you would just find in your refrigerator, and it is delivered right to your door. It's why Cats.com named Smalls their best overall cat food, guys. That's a big deal. New York Magazine called Smalls the best cat food, according to veterinarians, and BuzzFeed said, my cats went completely ballistic for it.
Wow.
And not to mention what you just said, that they're donating over $1 million worth of food to help cats through the Humane Society. You can even donate at your checkout if you want. It's so nice.
I love that.
And after switching to Smalls, 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal. If you have a very picky cat, Smalls has a sampler, so you can like try everything that they have to offer. And the team at Smalls is so confident that your cat's going to love their food, you can try it risk-free. That means they will refund you if your cat doesn't want to eat it. So listen, guys, give your kitty cat the gift of great cat food this holiday season. Head to smalls.com/best and use promo code BEST at the checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That is the best offer you're going to find, but you have to use our code BEST for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code BEST for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. We love you, Smalls. But yeah, like I feel really good about that. It's just a fucking mess. And then I went through I've been trying to also organize like my bathroom stuff and like makeup and stuff. And here's the deal, guys. I love makeup. I love clothes. I love makeup. I essentially have enough makeup to open a Sephora, to be a makeup artist for anyone.
Yeah.
I have so much makeup.
Yeah.
And I gotta I don't know. I was really trying to be harsh, like with like getting rid of things.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like, but I like that. What if I want that? I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that. Getting rid of things.
It is really hard. So I think it helps to have like a super pragmatic person with you to be like, you don't need that. You will never use that. Like makeup goes bad. And so if you're not using
I was being really definitely like when I was looking at the expiration date. I mean, I threw so much stuff that was clearly like old and like got rid of it. Yeah. I got rid of it. We don't need any more eye infections, you know? Not that I had one, but you had one. So
I had one.
I feel like I did too. I was,
you suffered it more than I
saw
did.
it. But I'm just saying, like, I was being very good about getting rid of things, but I still have just way too much. Anyway, I'm gonna figure that out. But all in all, things are progressing. I wish, like, I do need somebody to come in. I think RG and Penelope, who works with her, you know, RG is the stylist woman that I met through Kiki.
Yeah.
Who's friends with Kiki, who like has helped me with my closets over the years.
Right.
And like helped me pack and stuff. But she was supposed to come last week, but then she got the flu. So I think she's going to come sometime this week. Because what I really need is like, there's still stuff everywhere. And I need to figure out like, what is it that I need for storage? Like, where am I putting, I don't know how do people store jeans? Where do you put jeans?
I put jeans on shelves and like all of I have also like a room that's a closet / office. And I have 3 closets actually with like sliding doors in the office / closet room. And I have hanging units that are like, you know, like those units like that you get from the hardware store or whatever, like from Container Store or Home Depot. So I have units that have up and down hanging in each closet. And then to the right, they have like shelves, almost like a bookshelf or whatever. And that's where I keep all my like folded pants. And my closets are arranged by color. So I have like a black, white, and tan closet. Then I have a pink, red, orange, yellow closet. And then I have a green, blue, purple closet.
Sounds great.
And so the pants are, depending on what color they are, they're folded on the shelves. And I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but it bears repeating, which is that the size of the shelves on my little shelves, my husband cut out a piece of like, it's called hardboard. He cut out a piece of hardboard that is slightly smaller than the shelf and sanded the edges of it. So when I fold my t-shirts and my pants, I fold it around the piece of hardboard, I slide it out, and then the piece of clothing fits perfectly on the shelf.
Oh, that's very smart.
It's very good. The reason why I like it is not because like it looks so neat, although I do like how it looks. It's just that when something is folded the proper size and you didn't just guess at it, it stays on the shelf more nicely, and it's easy to just like pick up part of the stack to get the shirt that you want.
Do you fold t-shirts too?
Yeah, I fold
Do you
t-shirts
fold sweaters?
Too. Yep, sweaters too.
Jesus.
Yeah. But
everything is folded.
The reason I like my closets like that is because it is never hard for me to find something. Like I have not as much clothes as you, but I have quite a bit of clothes.
Yeah.
And I just know like if I'm looking for a tan pair of pants, there's really only one place they can be, and that's where they are, every time. And it makes it makes it easy for other people once they know your system to help you put stuff away. And I love when people help me put stuff away, especially my husband. So there's never any guessing,
Yeah.
of where I would have put something.
I know. I just don't know. I have to figure out my system. I don't know my system yet.
There's I've seen people store their jeans like in drawers where they like sort of put the folded side up and they like put the jeans back, almost like a filing cabinet.
Well, because for me, it's like hard. Like when they're folded, they've been folded on shelves for years now.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just end up like tearing them all down every time because I'm like, which jeans are these?
Yeah. Then that doesn't work for you.
It doesn't work for me.
I've also seen people that just put, those like full, like just hooks on the wall, and they just hang all their jeans like staggered up and down like an art installation on the wall. And then you see what jeans are what.
I definitely have too many jeans for that shit, though.
How many pairs do you have?
I mean, Caissie, don't embarrass me in front of our friends. You know what I mean?
Can I guess?
We couldn't. Couldn't possibly.
I couldn't even guess.
No, I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
Do
you wear them all?
There are jeans. First of all, we know my fluctuations in weight, right?
Sure. We all have that.
So we all have that, but I really do. Like I'm like a real fluctuator depending on the year,
Yeah.
So like I have like you guys, like in the last, not even, okay, like post children. Yeah. In the last decade alone, 10 years alone, I have been everywhere and at like every size from literally a size 2 to a size 12.
Right.
In 10 years.
Yeah.
And like, that's just my body. And it's always been my body. Sure. Like I fluctuate, I go up, I go down, I just am around, I up, down, near, far, here, there.
I understand.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So I keep clothes. I don't like do the thing where I like get rid of clothes just because I'm not wearing them anymore. I do store them because I'm like, chances are we're going to be back here.
Right.
Someday.
Sure.
Maybe. Anyway, the point being, what I should do right now is go through and like sort of call out all the jeans that are just way too big. Right now, because I'm smaller right now. I'm down.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking Weight Watchers. But I should like take out the clothes that are too big for me right now.
Right.
And then those could be stored like in the basement.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you could... Well, have you ever done that thing where you put things in a storage container and it has like, and you take like a Polaroid of yourself wearing it? So like you could like, those little magazine holder boxes that they have?
Yeah, but like my whole ultimate dream is to just have the Clueless closet.
Yes.
Like I don't understand who does. No, but like somebody's got to come do it and catalog it for you, and right?
Yeah, 100%. But
do they do it?
And they do sell
for real.
They do sell the rotating closet that's like that I've seen it again on TikTok.
No, you sent it to me. What are you talking about?
I sent it to you. Yeah, right.
Shit, I should have put that in. I didn't even think about it.
But I will say that, like, I mean, well, Cher had the whole like software that searched up an outfit and made an outfit. I don't know if that exists.
That's what I'm saying. I want that.
Yeah.
This is why we need more women in STEM. Where's the lie?
No, you're 100% right. You're 100%
like,
right.
imagine a system. Imagine a service in which they come over and they catalog, they do it all for you. Yeah. Or for less money, you can do it all yourself.
Yeah.
And then you have a database. And then if you need something dry cleaned, you like log it in. They come and get it. They dry clean it. They bring it back. It's perfect.
Wow. This all seems like it seems revolutionary, yet very achievable and very doable.
It feels like it should happen.
Yeah. Like my friend Taryn.
I feel like this is the second time you've mentioned your friend Taryn recently.
Okay. My friend Taryn, I don't know how she does it, but if you say like, oh, remember when we went to that thing in like 2012 or whatever? And, you know, I don't know how she does it, but she can look on her phone and have a picture of something that happened in 2012 in like 2 seconds. I don't know how she does it.
Pull up a picture of my children when I'm like, need to. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, seriously? Like,
Same.
I know I have a great picture somewhere.
Same.
Hold on, let me just scroll through all these selfies of me trying on this outfit to see which boot to wear.
Same. So this is what I'm saying. I'm saying like, I think Taryn like paired together with some kind of like genius engineer woman. I think between the two of them, they could figure out how to make this system that you're dreaming of a reality.
Dude, just somebody do it for me. I need somebody to do it for me. It'd be so great. Really I have a ton of stuff that needs to be, also I have a ton of stuff that does need to be altered or fixed or has a rip or has a this or has a that. And I've just been pulling it aside like one by one by one. And now the pile is so enormous that I'm like, this is actually ludicrous. I need to like just get this done.
Does RG do that?
No, but two things. There's a really incredible seamstress that the stylists, Danny and Emma, that I've been working with, have here in New York. And she's just been on vacation. But I like texted her. They gave me her information. She's like, yeah, I'll come over and just grab everything and do it, which would be amazing. But then also there's this place here in New York called Eva Joan. And I love them. And it's like all these women seamstresses who like have like a collective basically.
Oh,
and
cool.
you go in and they just like, they'll alter things. They're also like creative. Like if you have, you know, like a pair of pants that's like been ripped a bunch of times or something.
Right.
They have like cool patches and like weird embroidery thread and stuff. And they'll like do something weird and cool for you.
Yeah.
So I like that. And
there's
love
like,
those
it's
ladies.
like the woman that designs the clothes for Sex and the City. Do you know this woman? I follow her on Instagram.
Patricia Field?
Not Patricia Field, but she does. It's this woman that takes vintage clothes and then like upcycles them into modern things.
Well, that's like literally like my dream. Like that's like what I love.
It's
too.
so exciting. And then Sarah Jessica
so
Parker wears it on Sex and the City.
Wait, but what's her
it's
name?
Like, she's like a little English sprite of a woman. Kate McGuire, I believe her name is. And her videos are super fun and she's delightful to watch.
Oh, the converted closet.
Yes.
Follow back. You better believe it, Kate McGuire.
She was already following you?
Yeah. Oh wait, God. I know her. Wait, how do I know her? No, I'm serious. Like, I know her.
I believe you. Have you met her?
Yeah. I might have met her at the vintage fair.
Yeah. Anyway, her videos, if you follow Converted Closet on Instagram, her name's Kate McGuire, refashion designer and activist, converting old garments into new, the sustainable future of fashion. She is super fun.
Oh my God, I love her. I'm in. I'm on board. I'm in. Anyway. All right, guys. Well,
Is that what you're doing your best at this week?
oh, for sure.
For sure.
It is what I'm doing my best at this week.
All right.
I am killing it. I am trying so hard and doing my best at just trying to figure out how to store everything, what's happening. But it's all like good. I think it's all good.
It's a real metaphor for life. You're trying to figure out how to fit everything into the space that you have and how to hold it and store it.
I'm trying to, and I feel like that is what we're tasked to do. And also, I'm definitely remaining hopeful. I think I'm doing my best at remaining hopeful for what's happening. And like I just feel like we can do this.
Same here.
You know?
And you're doing your best at staying in line if you're in line.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you.
I hope that maybe you made it through.
Yeah.
And you got to make those choices, those good choices.
And we'll talk to you soon. I think some of the listeners are organizing like a comfort call tomorrow.
Nice.
They were working on that on Facebook. So if I'm able to jump away from work, if that's going on, I'll try to join that. But it'll probably have already happened by the time you're hearing this. So I'm telling you, after the fact, but I hope I got to talk to you there.
You know what? You're talking to us from the future, Caissie.
But guys, we love you so much.
You know what? Here's what we know. We know a few things. We know that we will never stop showing up for each other and for what's right. No matter what happens, we know that is what we're committed to in our lives. And that's what I'm committed to. I know it's what you're committed to.
Sure is.
And I believe that it's what you guys out there are committed to. And continuing to fight for the most vulnerable among us, I'm now not able to speak anymore. Continuing to fight for the most vulnerable among us, continuing to stand up for equality for everyone, not just people that look like us. And I'm really hopeful. I'm going to keep being really hopeful. And no matter what happens, I know we got each other's backs. So there's that.
I love it. Here's to all of you. And we will talk to you real soon.
Oh my gosh, we're going to talk to you so soon. We love you so much. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best.
Oh no.